Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember it?
Hold it right there!
God damn it, douchey, I thought I shoved a grenade up your ass!
That's no match for the power of trolldom! But that was a pretty good attempt!
Where the hell even are you?
I'm in a different location for my safety! I pay top dollar for this security room!
Douchey! Are you talking to your friends again?
Who was that?
Oh, that's just the head of my security guards. That'll be all, Phyllis!
Is there any way to talk to your mother?
It's not working, douchey.
No, really! She's my security officer! Isn't that right, Phyllis?
Are you masturbating again?
Mom!
Just stop doing it to the pictures of the green M&M! It's unnatural!
Go away, Mom!
Fine, but dinner's at 3!
You had dinner at 3?
My curfew's at 6. Ooh! You made more mistakes in your Nostalgia Critic videos, and you need to pay for it!
Indeed I have. Now, since you've all been waiting for it...
Especially me!
Yes. This is the next top 11 Nostalgia Critic fuck-ups.
Ooh!
Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand.
Number 11.
Everything you know is wrong.
Where's your old versus new of War of the Worlds?
Indeed, a lot of people have been wondering what happened since I said in my list I was going to do an old versus new of War of the Worlds. A lot of people think the Tommy Wiseau show distracted from it, but actually there's another reason. I did watch both movies again, and to be 100% honest, neither of them held up very well to me. I mean, neither one was terrible or anything, but they both seemed surprisingly underwhelming. When I was younger and I saw these movies, I was really drawn into them. I found the spaceships in both versions were really frightening and the panic very legitimate. But now that I'm older, watching them again, there's not a whole lot to them. It's just people running away from aliens. That's it. Granted, the twist ending is very clever. Of course, that came from the original book. But aside from that, it's just people running and screaming. The characters are bland, the spaceships don't look that interesting, and the aliens are, well, stupid. Seriously, does H.R. Geiger just need to design every original alien nowadays? All the aliens look the same. Well, okay, the original aliens didn't look the same, but they just looked like a gooey version of the game Simon. I just couldn't find that much to compare. Neither one seemed like the better movie. Now, at the time they came out, that's a different story. You can probably talk a lot about the influence the first film had, and even the Fear and Panic the remake recaptured. But they just didn't age that well. And I simply couldn't come up with enough material to write a decent review for it. Sorry guys, but this is one old versus new you're never gonna see from me. Number 10.
That wasn't a Victorian dress in Superman 4, you cock bucket!
Yes, in my crossover review with Linkara of Superman 4, we said that the dress that the woman was wearing here was a Victorian-style dress.
Actually, it's an 18th century dress, and the Victorian era was the 19th century, you whore!
How the hell do you know so much about historical clothing?
Just a hobby, that's all.
Douchey! Where do you want me to put your corset?
Not really too much I can say about this. We simply got the time era of the dress wrong. But needless to say, it was Linkara's fault! That's right. Don't believe me? Take a look at this video apology that he made earlier this week.
Hello, I'm Linkara, and I totally fucked up. Sorry, I feel like an ass.
Oh, Linkara, you don't have to be so hard on yourself.
No, really, it was totally my fault. I should have known not to upset someone as powerful and handsome as you.
Oh, Linkara, are you saying that I'm so physically attractive that I'm turning you gay right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, I just don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just speechless.
Back credit card.
A back credit card! I'll kill you!
All you need to understand.
Number 9.
Everything you know is wrong.
There's a reason Mr. Freeze didn't cure his wife, ass!
In my Batman and Robin review, I point out that Freeze had a cure for the disease that Alfred has, which happens to be the exact same disease that Freeze's wife had. I asked the question why he didn't just give that cure to his wife to begin with. Well, actually, they do explain it, though very briefly.
He's adapted his freezing technology to reverse McGregor's syndrome. He's even found a cure for the disease in certain stages.
But Alfred, thankfully, was in an earlier stage that he could cure.
Alfred's condition is less severe. Freeze's research said he cured a case like Alfred's, he just didn't say how.
So everything turned out fine, I guess. The biggest concern in a Batman movie is whether or not the butler will die. Thank God, all the psychological turmoil of a man who dresses up like a bat and his parents die and he spends the rest of his life trying to fight crime. Yeah, that's tiring. The butler dying, there's the drama. The movie doesn't get any more shocking than that. Well, of course, except for the appearance of the bat nipples. Why would I care about the bat nipples? They were in the last movie. Oh, I apologize. I must have seen that wrong. Sorry. Let me just change my reaction accordingly. A bat Critico!
All you need to understand
Number 8.
everything you know is wrong.
You never say anybody's name right.
Well, maybe not everybody's name, but...
No! I write comments on the internet, therefore that means I'm right.
Well, you're sort of correct, but...
No!
Shut up! There's been a couple of names that, for whatever reason, I could never quite pronounce correctly. Like Judge Hirsch instead of Judd Hirsch, Ralph Bakshi instead of Ralph Bakshi. But the biggest one people seem to harp on the most is Mako. God damn it, won't he leave me alone? Everybody's been telling me that his name is pronounced Mako instead of Mako. But to be honest, I've heard it both ways. I've heard a lot of people call him Mako in the past. Does that mean that they're all wrong? Probably, but that's not the point. To me, it's just a tomato-tomato thing. Some people just say it differently than others. And to be honest, I've been calling him Mako for this long, I don't see any point in changing it. There, now will you go away? Good God, I've never had a dead person annoy me so much!
Timing!
Except for him!
All you need to understand
Number 7.
everything you know is wrong.
That's not the devil from Fantasia.
Again, I think this one is sort of debatable. According to a lot of people, and even many of them from Disney, the monster on Bald Mountain is a creature named... Chernabog? Tomato tomato. So everyone kept pointing out to me that this was in fact not the devil. But let's really look at this for a second. You got a horned creature with minions dancing around him, bathing in fire, celebrating all that is evil, and the only thing that can stop him is the sound of church bells and Ave Maria. It's the devil! Who are you kidding? You can call him Mr. Fluffy for all I care, and it would still be the devil. Oh yeah, and this little bit of information might mean something.
Bald Mountain, according to tradition, is the gathering place of Satan and his followers.
Devil! That's the fucking devil! What more do you need? Oh well, if you want to call him Churn Butter or whatever his name is, that's fine. But for me, and I think everybody who saw this for the very first time, it's the devil. Devil!
All you need to understand
Number 6.
everything